It's been announced that D&D, the two guys who made the Game of Thrones series, have dropped out of Star Wars talks for making another trilogy. Fans of Star Wars are rejoicing, ex-fans of Game of Thrones are rejoicing. Now D&D are trying to cover this whole disaster by suggesting that there are only so many hours in the day, and we felt we could not do justice to both Star Wars and our Netflix projects, so we were regretfully stepping away. Oh no, I hate it when I run out of time to make 3 Star Wars movies. So they're trying to say that they chose Netflix over Star Wars? Wait a minute, I'm confused. Wasn't your excuse for wrapping up Game of Thrones so that you could do Star Wars? And now your excuse for not doing Star Wars is so you could do Netflix? Next thing you're gonna say is that you're stepping down from making Netflix movies so you have more time to produce local musicals at the high school theater. Basically, you ruined one of the greatest shows of all time so you could make a Netflix movie. Bro, Netflix hands out contracts like it's sharing gum on the playground. I'm pretty sure I could get a Netflix deal. You don't step away from Star Wars to do Netflix. Does anyone actually believe this excuse? I mean, I know some people in the comments will say they do, and will just repeat verbatim what was said in the article like it's an absolute fact. But if people really think they would willingly stop working on Star Wars, the biggest movie franchise of all time, they're naive. They definitely got forced out, but they're just trying to maintain face. Let's take a look at the timeline. 1 year ago, they get a Star Wars contract. 6 months ago, they released the worst season of all time of Game of Thrones that was so bad they couldn't even attend Comic-Con because they knew about the backlash that was coming from fans.
I know we're following the Game of Thrones panel, which is a fucking nightmare, just objectively. I also know that their showrunners didn't show up because they didn't want to answer questions about the show.
Then they received a Pity Emmy.
There was a lot of controversy about the ending, and I'm wondering how you reacted to that. Especially regarding, of course, the Dragon Queen.
Wait, what did he just say? Kit can do it? The creators made Kit Harington, a recovering alcoholic fresh out of rehab, answer the hard-hitting questions? Like he was responsible for the ridiculous choices made in the show? A real man would have stood in front of the camera and taken responsibility for their decisions, not pushed Kit Harington into the spotlight like he had an ounce of blame for how awful this show ended up being. This clip honestly makes me sick. Anyway, let's get back on track. They get the Pity Emmy, everyone hates them, then just last week a movie was released that was written by them and it flopped. Hard. Literally no one saw this movie. I heard a rumor they aren't even releasing it on video. They're just gonna throw it away. And I'm pretty sure Disney was paying close attention because this week we're told they don't have time for Star Wars. Wow, it's really funny how a bunch of articles online are saying they exited or quit. Get the hell away from our franchise. We're already in enough trouble, and look what you did with Game of Thrones. It's getting hard to ignore all the Star Wars drama going on right now. The Rogue One director was sidelined for reshoots. The Solo director was fired on the last day of filming. All the spin-off films were canceled after the Solo drama. Episode 9 director was fired. D&D have been fired. I really hope Rian Johnson isn't sitting around waiting for his trilogy. It's not coming, buddy. I promise you, it's not happening. Solo may have been the first Star Wars flop, but it flopped because it came right after your movie. So keyboard warriors, we can rejoice. We won one today. D&D are really starting to feel the heat. Hopefully J.J. Abrams can steer this Star Wars ship back on track. I'm rooting for you, JJ. Please don't break my heart. See you next time, Janitor Squad.